Hey guys, it's MBSC1 again, and it's Christmas, so Merry Christmas. I'm going to be talking about this deck, gothitelle accelgor. It's pretty complicated and it's really fun. I think it's my favorite deck right now. I currently don't have a tropical beach. I'm going to get one in a week and a half, 2 weeks. But I want to talk about the list that I use before I get my tropical beach. So I know there's a lot of people out there that don't have it, but they still would like to run evolution decks like Blastoise, Emboar, um, you know, uh, the deck I'm about to be talking about, Gothitelle Accelgor, and other ones. So I just thought I would talk about a list for this deck because in my opinion, it changes a lot if you don't have Tropical Beach because you need to be more like you need to figure out how to be more consistent rather than having a lot of 1/1 lines and things like that because the Tropical Beach gets makes it more consistent because you're drawing more cards more quickly. But anyway, I want to talk about my Gothitelle Accelgor list. So we'll start with the energy. This is the same in every Gothitelle Accelgor. It's just 4 double colorless energy, nothing else. You get to deck and cover and put the energy back in your deck. And plus you can't have more than 5 double colorless energy. I mean more than 4, excuse me. So you only run 4. Basically every deck does this. I guess some might run 2 basic or something like that, but not this one. Then for the Pokemon, we've got 2 EV, 1 Flareon. You could do 2-2, but I'm just doing 2-1. We'll see how that goes. The reason is I have the Flareon is because basically the deck's only bad matchup is against Virizion or a Virizion deck or a Genesect deck, or both, because of the ability, Virizian's ability that makes it so it can't be affected by special conditions, or any Pokemon that has any grass energy can't be affected by special conditions. That really messes the deck up. So you need a Pokemon like Flareon to knock out Virizion or Genesect, so that you can sometimes win. Even with this, it's not even in my favor. I think if it's a 2-2, it might be slightly in my favor just because 2 Flareon non-EXs, not one-shot knocking out EX Pokemon just swings it way more in your favor, I'd say. But anyway, yeah, that's why I have these. That's debatable. Some people will use those 3 or 4 extra spots just to make the deck more powerful instead of covering its weaknesses, and I'm okay with that too, but I personally just like going with a 2-2 Flareon line. Or 2-1, excuse me. Then we've got Shellman and Accelgor. I originally had 3 Shellmet and 2 Accelgor, but I took 1 Shellmet out for a heavy ball. I'll explain the balls later though. 2-2 is pretty slim, but I play Garbodor a lot, and you run 2-2 in Garbodor, and you usually get the Garbodor out by turn 2, and there's a lot more balls to grab things in with this deck. So I get turn 2 Accelgor almost every game with this deck, and I'm happy with that line. Although 3-2 would be better. Then for the dustnor line, we just have 1 Duskull, 1 Dusclops, and 1 dustnor. You could do no Dusclops and just 1 Duskull, 1 dustnor, or even 2 Duskull and 1 dustnor and no Dusclops. I just like this better because I try to set. I don't really try to have the rare candy and the dustnor in my hand at the same time. Instead, I'd rather like level ball for the Dusclops, and get that into play, and then get dustnor into play on the next turn or something. The nice thing about dustnor is it's got a 3 retreat cost, so you can heavy ball for it. That's really nice, and then these 2 you can both level ball for. So a lot of things in the deck you can search out without using Ultra Ball, which is really nice. Yeah, also I saw some other people use this space instead of using a Dusclops. They did a another Gothorita, yeah, or 1 Gothorita. But I decided I want the Dusclops instead because I realized that a lot of the time I need to have the rare candy in the Gothitelle, instead of taking 1 extra turn to evolve. So I felt that it was more important in this lineup. But that's just me. You could do it the other way too. Either way, it's both good. Then for the Moon and Musharna line, I've just got 2-1. I did one of the long distance hypnosis ones, and then one of the 70 HP Musharnas. Just because I couldn't really decide which one I really wanted, and even after playing the deck for a while, I still don't know which one I really want. I like this one having 70 HP just because it's not as easily knocked out, and I'm still not sure, to be honest. So we'll see how it goes. I'll test with it a little more, and then I'll decide on which one to use. I might just keep the 1-1 though, because honestly, it's it's working pretty well right now. I have the one Musharna with 4-1. It also has a 3 retreat cost, so it can be searched out by Heavy Ball, which is really nice. I had a second one in before. Just the deck needs lots. It just there's so many things that you need to fit into the deck. It's hard to fit a second one in. The second one would be nice though. And that's probably the thing that I miss the most is the second Musharna, because having 2 4-worn Musharnas out makes her consistent. It makes the deck really consistent. So that'd be nice. Then for our Gothitelle, gothitelle, and gothitelle line, we just have 3 gothitelle and 4 gothitelle. No, 4 gothita, no gothitelle, and 3 gothitelle. Sorry about that. You could do 4. There's no space, so you can't do 4 actually. I don't know why I even said that. 3 is enough. 4 is standard. I mean, you really gotta get this out turn 2, so that's why I run the heaviest line for gothitelle and gothitelle. No gothitelle, like I said before, just because I really need it turn 2 instead of turn 3. So I like this. It's a pretty good line. It's one of the only lines that I'm actually really happy about in the deck, to be honest. And then the last Pokemon are just 2 Mew, and you have the Mew so that once you get the accelgor in play, you can use versatile, the ability to use deck and cover, and then put Mew back into the deck and shuffle instead of having to put the accelgor back in. Because if you put the accelgor back in, then you have to wait a turn to evolve, or play the shellman and then evolve. So it's easier to get 1 card rather than 2, or 2 cards instead of 1, because you have to get the Mew and the DCE. So Mew helps a lot. Plus it's got more HP. You know, it just helps more. Then for the trainers, we have computer search. I really debated a lot about the A spec. I started with computer search. I haven't really switched to anything else, but it seems like this is just what I need. The deck is inconsistent, so you really need the computer search to help with consistency. I thought about Scoop Up Cyclone. It would have helped a lot of the time. And Dowsing Machine. And I think I will switch to Dowsing Machine once I get my Tropical Beach, just so I can get it back, but I'm not sure. Scoop Up Cyclone would have been nice, just because you only have 3 float stones, so you can bring those back up, or if you take any damage or play a DCE, you can bring those back up. Because if someone discards your DCE, that makes the deck take a huge hit. So I've got 2 Escape Rope. Those are basically just because if you need something they have not to be active, and if you have something that you need not to be active, I figure it works for either side, and it doesn't really matter what your opponent's active Pokemon are when you're using Gothitelle Accelgor anyway, because you just Sinister Hand the damage around. So Escape Rope's helped a lot. I might go take one out and just switch this to a Float Stone, we'll see, but so far the 2 Escape Rope is working fine, I like it. Let's see how much time I have left. 8 minutes. Okay, I gotta wrap this up. Okay, well anyway, I'm gonna finish the items and do a second video with the support. No, I won't. Okay, anyway, we got 1 Bangle just for more damage. That's really it. So I gotta hurry this up so it's not past 10 minutes. 3 Floatstone to attach to the Gothitelle so that it can retreat for free, so that you can deck and cover. That keeps the lock going really well. 4 would be nice, like I said. 4 Rare Candy. It's obvious to evolve into Gothitelle and dustnor. It's not usually dustnor though, mostly just Gothitelle, so you can get the turn 2 item lock. 1 Super Rod, that's all you really need just to put things back. It runs like 20 Pokemon, so 1 Super Rod's definitely necessary. Tool Scrapper to deal with Garbodor. You only need 1 because after you Tool Scrapper them, if you have the item lock, they can't put another tool down because there's an item lock, so you only really need 1. You got 1 Heavy Ball to search for Dustnor, Musharna, or Shellmet, because Shellmet actually does have a 3 retreat cost, which is really cool. So that gets a lot of stuff. Then you have 3 level ball, or I mean I have 3 level ball, just to get all the stage 1s of everything so that you can evolve on the first turn. This really helps with consistency. I think 3 level ball is a lot better than 2. And then I've got 3 Ultra Ball just to get the stage 2 versions or the Mews. Also it helps get rid of cards in the deck at the end of the game. And you've got 1 Bianca, 2 Juniper, 3 Skyla, 4 Colorless, 4 N. 4 N's really good in the deck because you don't really take prizes until the last turn. Bianca, I just needed another supporter and I didn't want to force Skyla. 4 Colorless because you have so many balls that you get a full bench on like turn 2. 2 Juniper because I didn't want to discard a lot of Pokemon really early. And that is it. Made it in just before 10 minutes. Oh, and I think I had the skylight just because you need to get the rare candy. Alright, thanks.